My dad just married a girl fresh out of college, so I brought her dad to the reception as my +1 let us back up. My dad, Greg, is 52. His new wife, Chloe. She is 22. I am 26, which makes my stepmom legally young enough to be my little sister when he first introduced her to me at a sushi spot in downtown Chicago. I thought it was a prank. He looked at her like she hung the moon, and she looked at him like he was a walking ATM. Within 3 months, Chloe had completely upended his life. My dad is not rich, but he is comfortable or well. He was comfortable. He is a retired firefighter who spent 30 years saving up for a peaceful retirement, but suddenly his savings account became Chloe's personal piggy bank. First, it was a brand new luxury SUV because her old sedan was not aesthetic enough for her TikTok videos. Then came the real heartbreak. My dad owns a lakeside cabin in Wisconsin. It is the place where my late mom and I spent every single summer. It was rustic, cozy, and filled with memories. Chloe decided it was too outdated. She convinced my dad to completely gut it. They tore out the stone fireplace my grandpa built and replaced it with white marble and neon signs to turn it into a trendy content studio for her lifestyle brand. She has 1,200 followers, guys. Most of them are creepy bots when they announced the wedding. I tried to talk some sense into him. I sat him down and said, Dad, she is younger than me. She is living off your pension. He just got defensive, plugged his ears, and said I was being bitter and did not want him to be happy. That is when I realized words would not work. I needed a grand gesture. I did some internet sleuthing and tracked down Chloe's biological father. His name is Richard. He is 55, works as a heavy machinery mechanic in Ohio, and is a total straight shooter. I gave him a call and laid it all out. Turns out Chloe had told her family she was marrying a successful tech entrepreneur and had not even invited her dad to the wedding because she was ashamed of his blue-collar background. Richard was furious, not at me, but at the fact that his daughter was grifting a retired firefighter. We hatched a plan. Wedding day arrives. It is a lavish, over-the-top country club ceremony that my dad absolutely could not afford. I show up late, right as the cocktail hour is starting. I am wearing a sharp tailored suit, and right beside me is Richard looking incredibly dapper in a classic black tuxedo. We walked into the venue arm in arm, laughing like old college buddies. The atmosphere in the room instantly shifted. The whispers started immediately. Chloe was standing by the champagne fountain holding a glass and laughing with her bridesmaid squad when she looked up and saw Richard. Her entire face drained of color. She looked like she had just seen a ghost. She dropped her glass and it shattered right on the marble floor. My dad rushed over completely oblivious. Hey bud, you made it, and who is your friend? I smiled, patted Richard on the back and said, Dad, Chloe, I would like you to meet my date for the evening. This is Richard. You brought a new stepmother into the family, so I thought it was only fair that I brought a new grandfather. Chloe looked like she was about to faint. She grabbed my dad's arm and hissed, What is he doing here? Richard stepped forward, looked my dad dead in the eye and gave him a firm bone-crushing handshake. Richard said, Son, I think you and I need to have a very long, very honest chat about my daughter's credit card debt and her history of finding older men to pay it off. The entire room went dead silent. You could have heard a pin drop. Chloe tried to scream that Richard was lying, but Richard just pulled a folded stack of bank statements and court documents right out of his tuxedo jacket. It turned out Chloe had done this exact same thing to a wealthy older guy in Miami 2 years ago, and she was currently facing a massive lawsuit for fraud. She had kept the whole thing a secret from my dad. My dad stared at the papers. Then he looked at Chloe, who was hyperventilating, and then he looked at the incredibly expensive floral arrangements that he had just maxed out his credit cards to pay for. You could literally see the illusion shattering behind his eyes. He did not even say a word. He just turned around, walked up to the bartender, ordered a double shot of whiskey, drank it, and walked out of his own wedding reception. They filed for an annulment the very next morning. It has been 3 weeks now. My dad has not officially called to apologize to me yet, but yesterday morning a package arrived at my apartment. Inside was a set of keys to the lakeside cabin, along with a sticky note. It just said, Let us rebuild the fireplace this weekend. My treat. I think we are going to be just fine.